Welcome back to Two Fat Brothers. I'm Scott.
And I'm John.
John, sweet and sour pork.
Isn't that a favourite of ours?
Oh, absolutely, John, an absolute favourite.
And it's a Chinese classic, Scott, dating back to 18th century Canton. This isn't the dodgy fluoro pink version.
With a pineapple.
Oh, no.
Oh, yuck. We love it. We love making it. We love eating it. Let's show them how it's done.
The Two Fat Brothers way.
Okay, John, our ingredients for our sweet and sour pork. Centerpiece, obviously, pork.
Absolutely.
We've got pork rashers cut from the belly, which I've removed the rind and cubed. Oh, that's not a cube, that's a cube. They look a little bit like pork all sorts. So you have a layer of meat, a layer of fat, a layer of meat, another layer of fat.
Gives a lovely crunch and a really nice textural quality. I might add though, if you don't want to use pork belly or pork rashers, you can use
loin.
Pork loin. You could use pork fillet. You can use those pieces of indeterminate pork that are already diced in the supermarket.
Indeed.
Up to you.
For vegetables, we have a green capsicum or
A green bell pepper if you're watching in the States.
we have a carrot or
A carrot if you're watching in the States.
which I've julienned. The capsicum has been cubed, and we have a clove of garlic which I've finely chopped. John, a very important ingredient, of course, is the batter. Tell us about that.
The batter is used to coat the pork. We deep fry it, one of the stages of the dish. Made using a quarter of a cup of plain flour, a quarter of a cup of corn flour, a quarter of a cup of chicken stock, an egg, and some salt. Whisk together till you get the consistency of nice runny cream.
Exactly. Now, John, another very, very important ingredient in this wonderful dish is the sweet and sour sauce. Tell us about that.
Well, precisely. And what we're after here, Scott, is that lovely contrast between the sweet and the sour, and we do that by using sugar, 4 tablespoons of caster sugar, and the sour agent is the vinegar. Now we use red wine vinegar because it's in the store cupboard. You may have red wine vinegar, you may have white wine vinegar, you may even have rice vinegar. All will work perfectly well, but just make sure it's a good vinegar that
Absolutely.
you're using.
Absolutely.
So we've got 4 sugars, 4 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons red wine vinegar, a half cup of chicken stock, and a teaspoon of soy sauce mixed together.
Exactly. Now, John, when we've stir-fried the vegetables, we add the sauce. Once we've added the sauce, we need to thicken it. Tell us about the thickener.
Okay, the thickener is very simple too. It's just a tablespoon of corn flour mixed with 2 tablespoons of water or chicken stock. This is actually chicken stock, and you'll find that if you make it a little bit earlier in the preparation of the dish, it could go gluggy and a little bit hard. All you need to do is just give it a stir. That'll recombine the flour and the stock, and it'll be liquid and fine to use.
Right, I think we've gone through all the ingredients, John. I think we're ready to start cooking that sweet and sour pork.
Let's go.
And in goes the oil.
750 mils to a litre of peanut oil, or I sometimes use sunflower oil, but what we want is a flavourless oil.
That's right, in it goes, John. A nice sizzle there.
Don't overcrowd the pan, between 12 and 16 pieces for that size pan, I find. Otherwise you'll lower the temperature of the oil and you'll get it soggy.
Well, we don't want soggy.
No, we
John.
want
what
crisp.
We want is light and crisp.
That's
We're
exactly
not talking
right.
about a Pluto puff.
We're not here, we're not. Draining the pork pieces, once I do them all, we then put them in the oven to keep warm while we do the next process.
You can use paper towel, John, to drain the pork pieces.
Certainly can, Scott. That's just finishing off there. As we said, that quantity of batter makes quite enough for 4 people.
Yeah, and of course you put all the pork cubes in the batter. You didn't gradually add.
I put them all in
and
mixed them together.
Yeah,
That's
it was
right.
a good idea, John.
Coated them all.
In the oven they go, 150 degrees, just to keep warm.
And now we're going to stir fry the vegetables. Oil goes in between a teaspoon to a tablespoon. Get it hot, then add the vegetables with the garlic. Don't put the garlic in first, otherwise you'll burn. It becomes bitter.
And people do that, John. They do it all the time. It's a mistake. Don't do it.
Right, Scott, we won't. Stir fry the vegetables, keeping them crisp. The whole idea of stir fry is hot, round the pan, keep them crisp.
In goes the sweet and sour sauce.
Yes, we want that to come to a boil before we add the cornflour chicken stock mixture.
Which is our thickener.
That's right. So just stir that round. Stir to recombine.
In goes the thickener.
And what we're after here is for the sauce to thicken. It thickens quite quickly and then becomes clear.
Exactly. And then it's done.
Pour it out over the pork. Mix it through. And Nirvana is only seconds away, Scott.
And we serve it on rice. We've used the absorption method.
Yes, although many people have rice cookers, which are terrific. We use jasmine rice. In fact, I use jasmine rice for all my rice cookery.
And there we are, sweet and sour pork, the Two Fat Brothers way. And John, can I tell you, my kids love it.
It's a wonderful dish, and there are more wonderful dishes, and we're going to have another one next time we meet
On Two Fat Brothers.